Today, let's talk about why you shouldn't try and do it all yourself. And I'm going to be talking from experience because I'm one of those people who, over the years, I've literally tried to do everything I can possibly think of myself. It's either out of pride, out of stubbornness, out of wanting to save money, loads and loads of reasons. But I've always thought that my main way of getting stuff done would just be simply to do it myself, to work myself into the ground to get things done. Because if you want something doing well, surely you have to do it yourself. If you want to save money, surely you have to do it yourself. So that's been my mindset for a long time. And I tell you, even today, with an amazing team, I still struggle and still battle with this wanting to control things, wanting to work at it myself, wanting to create things myself, wanting to say I did that, wanting to have that control, and still thinking that if you want something doing well, then you need to do it yourself. And that I've actually kind of found out is a whole load of baloney, and yet my pride still kicks in. I'm pretty sure you watching have experienced this a few times as well. So let's just try and unpack it a little bit and try and find some flaws in the logic that doing it all yourself is the way to go. And just thinking about this, the first and the most obvious reason is that I'm actually not that good at everything. I'm pretty good at sales, so I can have conversation. I'm good at relating with people, so I can focus on that. I'm quite a good WordPress developer, and I absolutely love building out themes, and that really excites me. So yeah, I can focus on that. HTML, absolutely love it. And yet there are a whole range of things that I'm absolutely terrible at, or just take absolutely ages in. And that's some really hardcore PHP. Why on earth would I be spending hours and hours Googling things in Google to try and work out how to do something when I've got an amazing team of developers who would be able to work on that? All I need to do is just say, hey guys, this is what needs to happen. And then all of those guys with their amazing skills will be able to pull together and create something literally within hours versus me trying to spend absolutely days doing it. There's also things around administration where I'm not actually that organized. I'm fairly organized. I've kind of written out a few processes, but I really need people to keep me on track. I need people who are good with paperwork, people who are good with task management, and there are different people that I've been able to kind of build around me as a team that can really help me keep focused, because otherwise I'm not actually that good at doing everything. I'm not great at paperwork. I'm not great at doing the accounts, the bookkeeping, keeping on top of invoicing. Although I try to be, I try. But again, why am I trying when there are people out there who are brilliant at that sort of thing, whose skill in life and mission in life is to do that thing that they love so much? Mine is to build websites. Mine is to create relationships. Mine is to create content. I love those things. So if I pour my passion and my energy into those things, then surely I should be trying to remove anything that drags me down, that slows me down, that I'm not good at, and try and pass that on to people who kind of sap energy out of that sort of thing. Because believe it or not, there are people that get energized over spreadsheets. I don't, I freak out. Other people energized over spreadsheets, other people energized over accounts. And these are the people that should be looking after those things in my life. So guys, I'm not even preaching to you today. I'm preaching to myself because this is something I still struggle with. I still will want to go and sit in a coffee shop somewhere and try really, really hard to get something done because of some stupid mentality that I must have to do it myself, that if it's going to get done, it can only be me. And one of the blockers that I think I struggle with, and perhaps this you can connect with, is this silly voice inside my head that it will take just as long to explain what I need to do, so I might as well do it myself. And that kind of tends to be rubbish, because what I have found, especially over the last couple of years, is just a quick phone call with the people that know how to do it is all that it takes. Me and Karthik have had 5-minute telephone conversations. He's done a couple of hours of work and produced something that would have literally taken me days to do. One of the things that I can give you an example is the podcast. We are great at batching all of the podcasts, etc. But what I don't do now is I don't try and record the podcast and save the audio and edit the audio and mix it in and write the description and write the notes and do all of that. 2 years ago, I was doing everything for the podcast. Now, I'm recording the interview, and after the interview, I'm writing one paragraph, which is essentially the sum up of the entire thing. And then the rest of the team around me do what they do best. The audio gets edited, the intros get mixed in. All I'm doing is an interview, a bit of writing. I might do a pre-record later on if I'm requested to, and everything's then mixed together. And I've done nothing else. All I need to do is back-to-back interviews for a couple of days, and we've got a whole load of stuff batched up. And yet, if I was trying to do all of that myself, then I'd probably be missing all of the different deadlines to get episodes live. And I remember struggling 2 years ago, you know, episode 1 right through till episode 30 or 40. Every single week was an absolute struggle. And if you check the date stamps, I'm pretty sure I was probably late at least 1 or 2 days. Whereas now, getting people involved who are great at what they do, it just streamlines the whole process. And right now we're launching a brand new podcast as well, all about Walt Disney and business and everything. So it clearly works. I think what I found over time is that I think I don't have time to do things. And then I realized that if I give my time to the things that I'm really, really good at doing, then it's like freaking time traveling, because I can achieve so much. If I'm achieving so much with the things that just drive me, that I'm really passionate about, like right this second creating content without a script, if I can dedicate myself to doing all of that freaking amazing stuff that drives me, I can produce so much. This Vader, it's a breeze to be able to create content for me, whereas editing it out later and doing all the other stuff probably isn't, and that's something that I'm able to get other people involved. Okay, so this really has kind of been preaching myself. It's me outward thinking. I'm an outward thinker, and I hope by me kind of looking into this camera deeply and sharing all this stuff that's on my brain has kind of encouraged you and maybe brought some things up in your own workplace or your own agency, your own work life that you can think about. So why don't we have a conversation about this? This is therapy. This is therapy, guys. So use the comments below and let's talk about this. What are you holding on to as you try and develop your agency? Are you holding on to things that you don't need to hold on to, that you can give to other people? Or are you frustrated that you can't do the things you absolutely love because there are things blocking you? Then what can you do to hand those things over so that you are free to do the things that drive you, to do the things that you are passionate about? Because I think, kind of just to wrap up this conclusion, when I do the things I'm passionate about, this business grows. I'm doing things I'm passionate about right now, and you're watching this video. I am visible to you. You are hearing of me. It's phenomenal when you do the things you love, the growth that you'll see as a business. All right, don't forget, let's have that conversation below. If you want to have a conversation in the Facebook group as well, if you don't want your thoughts to be made public via the feed below, then we've got a Facebook group, which is private. You can head on over to wpinnovator.com/group. The great conversations going in there. If you just want to share a cat picture or two, that's really funny as well. We need some more GIFs in there. Too many pictures. Let's do GIFs. I've got a really great one I'm going to share today, actually, so you go check out that. And also, we do have the podcast, which I did mention. That's over at wpinnovator.com/podcast. If you liked me spewing my thoughts all over you, then give this a big thumbs up. If you didn't like this, let's keep that a secret. Because that thumbs down button, you don't need to go. You don't need to go there. If you want to get more content like this, I'm still producing a video every single day as part of Vader. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And we will see you tomorrow. Cheerio.